executive order to block large investors from single-family home market. Let's talk about the reason why I want to bring it up again is because I think it's a foolhardy gesture, right? Whether you like them or not, I don't care. It's not really the point. The point is this is not going to help anything. I don't think it's going to put a bulge in the problem of affordability for home buyers, for America, basically. We had the 50-year mortgage, which obviously that's not going to work because single family homes are being bought up by investors. I think it's like 2 or 3% of the entire population of homes that are out there in America are being bought by large investors. It's enough to put a dent in the market, but it's not the actual problem. It's like giving someone blood pressure pills instead of putting him on a diet and changing his lifestyle. It's a Band-Aid. It's not going to fix this problem. I hate to use that word because it's not systemic. It's just the way things have evolved. Kind of like how you can't be mad at the government, but you're really mad at a politician. It's just the way things are. Wall Street will always compete for the best, highest use of that dollar that they're investing. Doesn't matter what they're putting it into. Real estate, automotive, finance, healthcare, whatever it is, that dollar will be put to use at its best and highest level possible. That's what Wall Street is designed to, as our corporations are designed to deliver the best profit for their stakeholders and stockholders. That's the mission of every corporation in America and the world, period. So how do you drop debt? Maybe say there's tax incentives for first-time home buyers. What tax incentives are we talking about? Well, maybe property tax. They get to depreciate their asset 100% on their first year instead of it being an investment opportunity. I have investment properties and I get to depreciate and write off the entire thing I get huge depreciation tax assets for that. Not for the home I live in because it's my personal residence. I don't get those tax benefits. I get $16,000 to write off my personal use. So what if we stop giving investors the tax break and give that tax break to the first-time home buyer? I don't know. Just call me crazy. Because if you go and attack the corporations, that's a form of discrimination, right? It's them versus us, or the government attacking corporation for doing what their intended use is for. There's no way to really stop it, is what I'm saying. Even if, let's say that this actually happened, right? And it's Open Door and BlackRock and all these other companies that are out there scooping up all these properties, making it harder for home buyers to buy property. If they say you can't have 1,000 homes, okay, let's break the company apart, kind of like Pacific Bell. And now we'll have, 50, 100, 1,000 different corporations or LLCs or trusts that own those individual properties. And they pour their profit into a larger profit center. I'm just saying, maybe instead of prohibiting them, make it sour for them to do it and figure out another way to use that dollar for its highest and best use for, let's say, buying property, developing it for first-time home buyers. Oh, I have billions of dollars in my coffer. Why wouldn't I take that money and buy land, entitle it, and develop first-time home buyer homes? Huge tax incentive to do it that way instead of just buying single family homes and turning them into rentals. So while the intention is good, the initiative is not completely thought out. And I'm not saying what I just said about changing the tax incentive structure is the right idea, right? I just came up with that off my head. I'm not an economist. I'm not a tax professional. I don't understand all that stuff. But I can tell you that if you made it sweet to be a home buyer and not an investor, it might work out that way. Okay, simplify your home style with these minimalist home decorating tips. Stick to a simple color scheme. Gray, don't go gunmetal gray, don't go light gray, go white with a hint of gray or bold gray. Don't make it look like a battleship because that's just does not work. Ask me how I know. Stick to a simple color scheme. Don't do 15 different colors in each room. One, it's going to be a huge mess for you to clean up all those paint cans and get rid of all those paint cans afterwards. But also, it just gets confusing. Simple, monochromatic, keep it simple, right? Paint a house, keep it all one color. Same thing, choose monochromatic patterns. If you're going to do something where your walls have patterns, understand that it has to have a purpose. Take your time. If you're going to sell your house, pace yourself. If you just moved into a house and you want to make your house yours, take your time. Don't rush into things. It took me 20 years to finish this house. It's still not done, right? So just enjoy the process, enjoy workmanship. Always go for an open layout, even though houses that are older will not have that open layout. There's things that you can do to structure it so that it feels more open and get rid of clutter, especially if you're selling your house. Nothing more than 3 things on any surface: walls, shelves. Where is it? Right there. See it there? Keep it simple, decorative. Anything more than that, it becomes too busy for the eye and it fatigues the buyer. Choose modern hardware. Get rid of those old boob lights, update your drawer pulls for your cabinets, etc., and especially your doors. It rings out loud and clear that you haven't put money in or invested into the house. Those are finishing touches, and when you're lacking those, it shows that you haven't really invested in making your house a turnkey house. Also, make way for storage. Older houses are notorious for not having storage. Like, I have a pantry in my kitchen which backed into the stairwell. I blew out that wall, put shelves in there and drywalled it, rocked it, textured it, painted it, put the shelves in there, and made a bigger pantry. Now I have tons of storage. I don't have that issue with any of my rooms outside of my kids just leaving their crap everywhere underneath their bed. They're teenagers. Decorate with plants. Absolutely. Ferns, and take out all the nasty, smelly, moldy, mildew spores that can infect or affect. Bring in ferns, bring in ivy. Cleans the air, it scrubs the air, and it makes it a better thing. And also put some color into the house, right? So when in doubt, put some plants in there. All right, let's go Tuesday, Los Gatos Home of the Week. This one is Los Gatos Boulevard, $2.4 million. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, built in 1899. Holy crap. It's a beautiful Victorian house. Let's take a quicker look at this. Love that little Los Gatos historical plate. Very well appointed. You can see the cabinets are a little bit dated. They're not brand new, but they updated their pulls. They updated the lighting. See? I'm not a fan of the new brass. Look, they even kept the old olive drab. I love that. If it still works, don't replace it. You buy these new appliances and they're going to fall apart on you in a heartbeat. You have 5 years max with any appliance that you buy today versus anything else that was like 1980s, 1970s. Those things last forever. You never have to worry about it. It has an attic, unfinished attic. I would call it more for storage. This is on Los Gatos Boulevard, so it's a little busy, but you have a big backyard. The house is not perfect. That's why it's priced at $2.4 million. It's not the best laid out house, but it's old. It's a project house. You can do a lot with it. If you're interested, let me know. This is list price to sales price ratio. I want to do this. I'll show you how. This is the lowest list price to sales price ratio for this last week. This is Audrey Drive in Morgan Hill, listed at $780, sold for $640. Took 164 days to sell. Why? Probably because the HOAs, I think they were pushing too high for this. It's always about price. We'll go to the highest list price, Diane Drive, right here. Original list price was 8.9 and it sold for 8.3. Took 108 days to sell, and it's a 6-bedroom, 6.5 bath, 7,100 square foot house. Not sure why this one didn't sell in the 20s, outside of the fact that typically the $20 million homes are about 8,000 plus square feet. Lowest list price to sales price, 74.3%. This is Clayton Road. If you know Clayton Road, it's in a fire district. See, it's green here. That means it's in the fire district. It took 276 days to sell. Original list price was 1.8. It sold for 1.4. Why is that? Because people get greedy. They think their house is worth more, and it's ego. The number one reason why houses don't sell is ego. Seller ego, period. Original list price was 1.35 and sold for almost 1.7. Took 32 days to sell. 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Why did it go so high? Because comps came in at 1.6 to 1.7 and they just listed it down and took their time to pick the right offer. There's nothing special about this house. The carpet needs to be replaced. It was cleaned, but not shampooed. There's a bonus room right there. Old kitchen, wallpaper. See, look, if you're not going to update your house, if you're not going to fix it up and show what it's worth and make it worth what people are looking for, i.e. turnkey, i.e. modern, no tile on the kitchen counter anymore. You want to update the appliances, paint the cabinets, Or list it low, 1.35, you're going to get 1.6 to 1.7, period. That's what it is. And it's in Santa Clara. It's just the time of the market, right? They put it on market in December and got rid of it in 32 days. It closed in 14 days. That's the great way to do it. And there's your list price and sales price. Everything else is pretty nominal. Looking at actives in Santa Clara County, we're not seeing prices go up. Or the more listings go up, but we're going to see it. March, April, May. We're heading into February right now, and we're going to see more listings come online. March, April, May is our time to sell. And